Hi, I'm Katie Bishop, a Scaleback registered dietitian lifestyle coach, and welcome back to session 5 of the Scaleback program, Tracking Your Activity. You're getting more active, now how to keep track. Today we are going to go over the purpose of tracking, how to track your activity, Fitbit features, a quick review on tracking your food, and finish off with a workshop on setting action plan goals. Before we get started, I want you to pause this video and take a moment to reflect on your last action plan or goal. What went well? What didn't go so well? Even better if you can write it down somewhere. Take a moment now to pause the video and reflect. Let's start by talking about the purpose of tracking. You probably track many things in your life already. Some common examples are listed on the slide, such as your blood pressure, your checking account balance, your child's grades, the amount of food in your fridge, how much medicine you have left, the gas in your car, or the amount of laundry in your laundry basket. Take a moment to think about what are some of the things you already track in your day-to-day life. Do you track anything from the list on the slide? What other things do you track? I have another question for you. Why do you keep track of these things? There are many reasons why you might keep track of something, but ultimately tracking helps us take the actions necessary to meet our goals. In the Scaleback program, we might ask you to track weight, food, and activity. But why? To answer this question, let's take a look at each component individually. What do you think is the purpose of weighing yourself at least once a week? Weighing yourself helps you to keep track of how you are doing in working towards your weight loss goal. What is the purpose of tracking your food intake? Tracking your food helps you be mindful about what and how much you are eating. What is the purpose of tracking your physical activity minutes each day? This helps you keep track of working towards your physical activity goal of 150 minutes at a moderate pace each week. Achieving all of these goals will help you to lose weight, eat healthy, and get more physically active. And it can help you reduce your risk of developing chronic diseases, help you better manage them, and prevent complications if you already have one or more chronic diseases. Before we move on, take a moment to check in with yourself. How has tracking influenced your choices in the past 4 weeks? By now we've talked about why we track, so let's talk about how to track your activity. Tracking your activity minutes is automatic once you receive your Fitbit. Your physical activity data, specifically your active minutes, steps, calories, and sleep, automatically syncs from your Fitbit to the health tracker section of your app and portal. If you need assistance syncing your Fitbit to Scaleback, please contact support. If you want to track your activity but don't have a Fitbit tracker, you can use the mobile track option in the Fitbit app on your smartphone to record basic stats like steps, distance, and calories burned. Download the Fitbit app and choose No Fitbit Yet all the way at the bottom, like you see on the screen here. You also have the option to log physical activity minutes manually. So let's take a look at how to do that. To log your physical activity minutes on your mobile device using the Scaleback app, click on the icon of the running person in the upper right-hand corner if you are using an iOS device. On Android, this icon looks like a red stopwatch. From there, you can edit and add your active minutes. It's okay to retroactively log your total minutes for the week once a week if you prefer this to logging daily. You can also log your minutes from the web portal by going to your health tracker section and clicking on log data. All right, so I want you to stand up for this next portion and start marching in place. If needed, you can hold onto a chair or march while seated. All right, so everyone get up, start marching in place. And think about how you could time your activity. And if you want to use a stopwatch, such as on your Fitbit or phone, get that set up now. Keep marching in place. Now, I encourage you to use the talk test and see if you can get to a moderate pace or more in your march. If you're not sure what the talk test is, it's a way of gauging if your activity is at a moderate pace. If you can still talk but can't sing, then you're likely at that moderate pace. So let's go. Let's try it out. So keep marching, try the talk test, and see if you can get to that moderate pace. Once you're done marching, see if your Fitbit recorded it or if you can record how long you marched for in the app or portal. If you haven't already, I encourage you to review the handout that goes along with this session. In that handout, you'll read about some common challenges of tracking activity. Before we move on, I'd also like you to think about what you find challenging about tracking physical activity. Take a moment to reflect and then consider, how can you overcome these challenges? In addition to tracking physical activity minutes, your Fitbit tracks and syncs into your Scaleback account steps, sleep, and calories burned, as we mentioned before. How do you think this data could be used to help you lose weight and improve your health? Getting enough sleep, staying active, and balancing your calories in and calories out all helps you lose weight and feel better. Additionally, your steps, sleep, and calories burned data can be incorporated into an action plan goal. For example, you could set a step goal with a minimum number of steps, for example, 5,000 steps a day, try to sleep for a certain number of hours, and much more. Did you know that your Fitbit does so much more than tracking? Here are a few highlights of features in the Fitbit device itself while on your wrist. You get reminders to move, which are friendly reminders that encourage you to stretch your legs and take 250 steps every hour, and get recognition when you hit that 250. You'll get notifications from social media apps, as well as call, calendar, and text alerts from your phone when your phone is nearby. There's a timer and stopwatch feature that could be helpful both in the gym and the kitchen. You also have a 24/7 heart rate monitor that helps you maximize your exercise sessions, see heart rate zones, track sleep stages, and better estimate your calorie burn. There are some other available features through the Fitbit app that you may find useful too. The first is group challenges to help you stay encouraged to move more by using your steps to climb the leaderboard or compete with friends and family. You may even want to create a group challenge with the other participants in your group and stay connected outside of class. You can earn badges whenever you hit a milestone or crush a goal. You can log your meals and get a more in-depth look at what you're eating, similarly to MyFitnessPal. Find moments of calm throughout your day with personalized guided breathing sessions based on your heart rate. Your Inspire 2 tracker also unlocks a free 1-year premium trial for new premium users, complete with personalized insights, guided programs, advanced sleep tools, health metrics, and more. You'll see the option to join the free trial in the app. For more information on how to use all of these features and more, go to help.fitbit.com. That's help.fitbit.com. There you will find lots of helpful info, including step-by-step instructions, and you will also have the option to chat with a live Fitbit representative. Since we're on the topic of tracking, let's do a quick recap of how to track your food. Remember, what and when are easy when using the Scaleback app because you upload a photo and the time and date is automatically saved. Key things to include in the comments section under each picture are how much you ate, how you felt, and why, such as why did you choose this food or why did you eat this food. Including as much detail as possible will help you to make progress towards your goals and learn more about yourself in the process. We're going to take some time now to work on something just as important as healthy eating and physical activity that often gets overlooked, our action plan goals. Setting your weekly action plan goal is such an important part of the program and can make a huge difference in your overall success. But why do you think that is? Why do we set goals? For this workshop, take out a piece of paper and a pen or pencil and write down your answers to the following questions. The first is, how do you feel when you reach your goals? Some may experience feelings of success and take this as a positive reinforcement or motivation to keep going. But what happens for you specifically? If you need a little more time to write things down, please don't hesitate to pause the video to give yourself a chance. Next question. How do you feel when you don't reach your goals? Are you disappointed and unmotivated, or do you work harder? Whether you set goals in class or in your own time, remember that it is important to share your goal with someone else. There is power in sharing your goals because it makes yourself accountable. And saying out loud to actively set your intention makes you more motivated and likely to achieve your goal. When setting goals, it's important to remember the following things. First, plan actions that are realistic for you, something that you can physically do, have time to do, and so on. You'll also want to make sure your goals are doable. Plan small changes. Over time, these changes will add up. Similarly to tracking your food and activity, the more specific your action plan is, the more successful you are likely to be. Include details on what you will do, where you will do it, when you will do it, and how long you will do it. Be flexible and review your action plan often. Try to anticipate challenges you may face and look for ways to cope with these. For example, if your plan is to walk outside, but it is raining, what could you do instead? Focusing on behaviors is a key piece to your action plan goal. For instance, a weight loss goal isn't a behavioral goal. Instead, you can control how many pounds you lose by focusing on your actions, such as what you actually eat or how active you are. Lastly, Make your action plan enjoyable. Change doesn't have to be painful. Find activities and healthy foods that you enjoy. At the next session, we will be talking about getting more active. Before next session, don't forget to log your physical activity by entering your minutes in your Scaleback account or by wearing your Fitbit, step on your scale, and enter your goal in the goals section of your app or Scaleback account. Let's think more about that now. It's time to make your action plan goal for this week. Remember to make your goal realistic, doable, specific, and flexible. Include as many details as you can, such as what you will do, where you will do it, when you will do it, and how long you will do it. Try to anticipate challenges you may face and look for ways to cope with those challenges. Focus on behaviors such as what you eat or how active you are. Lastly, again, make it enjoyable, right? Find things that you're motivated to do, changes that you're excited to make, or things that you enjoy. So let's do one together for practice. Since we discussed tracking activity during this session, let's make an action plan about that. How about I will track my activity minutes in the Scaleback app after my morning walks on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's make sure it fits the criteria. First, is it realistic? Yes, I always have my phone with me, so I can easily use my Scaleback app to track my activity. And since my activity is timed, it'll be easy to keep track of how long I walked for. Is it doable? Absolutely, I can physically do it. Is it specific? Yes, I included how I will track my minutes using my phone, how often after each walk, and when on the days of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Is it flexible? Yes, it is flexible. If I don't go on a walk, I don't need to log anything. If I forget my phone, I can write down my physical activity minutes on a piece of paper and log them later when I have my phone. And if I don't go on a walk, let's say on Monday, maybe I can try going for a walk on the next day. Okay, now it's your turn. Once you have your goal, write it down on either a piece of paper or enter it into your Scaleback app or profile. This will help you keep accountable throughout the week. Better yet, share it with your group. We have now reached the end of session 5, tracking your activity. Thank you so much for joining me, and we hope to see you again soon.